Hello, welcome to Ginger Flow. Today I'll be reading you to sleep. I'll be reading you a little passage from a book called The Little Book of Hygge, The Danish Way to Live Well by Meik Wiking. Hygge is best described in the introduction of this book, and then I'll get into the passage. Hygge is about an atmosphere, an experience, rather than about things. It is about being with the people we love, a feeling of home, a feeling that we are safe, that we are shielded from the world, and allow ourselves to let our guard down. You may be having an endless conversation about the small or big things in life, or just be comfortable in each other's silent company, or simply just be by yourself, enjoying a cup of tea. Chapter 7. Hygge Outside the Home. The Great Outdoors. While homes may be central station for hygge, it is definitely possible to have hygge outside the home. In fact, cabins, boats, and the great outdoors are excellent places to experience hygge. Anywhere at any time can be hygge, but I've noticed that hygge moments are created by one or many of these key hygge drivers. The hygge drivers. As a scientist, my work often involves looking for patterns in the evidence. So, if we look at cases of hygge, we also find some common denominators for these moments of hygge. I think we have already covered food and candles extensively enough, so we will leave these out for now. Company. You can hygge by yourself. Snuggling up under a blanket with your favorite TV show on a rainy Sunday afternoon is hygge. Having a glass of red wine, watching a thunderstorm is hygge too. Or simply just sitting by the window, watching the world go by. But the most hygge moments seem to happen in the company of other people. A few years ago, my dad and his two brothers turned 200 years combined. So they rented a big summer cabin on the west coast of Denmark and invited the whole family. The cabin was surrounded by sand dunes and was set in a rough, rugged landscape where the wind always blows harshly. We spent a weekend there doing nothing but eating, drinking, talking, and walking on the beach. I think that was the most hygge weekend I spent all year. Casualness. Most hygge moments seem to be built on a foundation of casualness. In order for you and your guests to be able to hygge, you need to feel relaxed. There is no need to make things formal. Come as you are and be as you are. When I was in my 20s, I took part in the harvest of grapes one autumn in Champagne. A couple of years ago, I was visiting the region with 3 friends, and we decided to stop by the Marquette Vineyard where I had worked. We met Glennie, the lady of the house, and her son, who was by now a fully grown man, and we spent a hygge afternoon at the vineyard and in the rustic country kitchen with its low ceiling and flagstones, drinking wine at one of the long tables. The mood of the evening was relaxed and casual. Despite the fact that I hadn't seen Glennie and her son for a number of years, there was no need for any formality. Closeness to nature. Whether you are sitting by a river in Sweden, or in a vineyard in France, or just in your garden or a nearby park, being surrounded by nature brings your guard down and adds a certain simplicity. When we are close to nature, we are not engulfed in entertaining electronics or juggling a broad spectrum of options. There are no luxuries or extravagance, just good company and good conversation. Simple, slow, rustic elements are a fast track to hygge. One summer, I went camping with a group of friends along the Nissan River in Sweden. We were roasting chickens over the fire and they were slowly turning nice and golden. In the fire, you can hear the sizzling of baking potatoes wrapped in foil. We had paddled a fair distance in the canoes that day, and now darkness was falling. The fire lit up the trees surrounding our camp with warm colors, but despite the light from the fire, you can still see the stars through the treetops. As we waited for the golden chickens to be ready, we drank whiskey out of coffee mugs. We were silent, tired, happy, and it was pure hygge. Being in the present moment. There is an element of being present in those moments. Hygge is charged with a strong orientation and commitment towards experiencing and savoring the present moment. On that camping trip, there was nowhere else we needed to be. We were offline, no phone, no email. We were surrounded by simplicity, by nature and good company, and able to fully relax and take in the moment. Every summer, I go sailing with one of my best friends and his dad. There are few things I enjoy more than standing at the helm, under full white sails in a blue sky, listening to the music blasting from below deck. The most hygge moments on these trips are when we are docked at various harbors we visit. After every dinner, we sit together and watch the sunset from the deck, while we listen to the wind in the rigging of the ships in the harbor and sip our post-dinner Irish coffee. That is hygge. Creating hygge moments may be best achieved by using some of the elements mentioned above. Sometimes you may be able to get all the ingredients in the pot. For me, that happens in summer cabins. In many ways, life in a cabin offers all of the above, and all my favorite childhood memories gravitate towards a small summer cabin my family owned just 10 kilometers outside the city, where we would live from May to September. At that time of year, when the night knows no darkness, my brother and I would have endless days of summer. We would climb trees, catch fish, play football, ride bicycles, explore tunnels, sleep in tree houses, hide under boats on the beach, build dams and forts, play with bows and arrows, and search the forest for berries and hidden Nazi gold. The cabin was a third of the size of our house in the city. The furniture was old, and the TV was black and white, and had a 14-inch screen and a Moody antenna. But this was the place where we had the most hygge. In many ways, these were the happiest times and the most hygge. I think it may be because, in many ways, cabins include all the drivers of hygge, the smells, the sounds, and the simplicity. When you stay in one, there is a closer connection to nature and to each other. A cabin forces you to live more simply and slowly, to get out, to get together, to enjoy the moment. I hope you're feeling super sleepy, or you've already fallen asleep. This book is so special to me, not only because it describes such a tangible and easy, likable way to enjoy life, to find happiness, but also because a really dear friend gifted me this book when I was in Korea, when she visited from Denmark. I hope you have sweet dreams. Sleep well, guys.